Hello everyone. This is going to be a very different and kind of special type of video. Considering at this point I upload once every 3 months and every video I make is either over an hour long or an interview with someone I greatly respect, every video feels very special to me. But this one is kind of a special update on, where I am in life and really where I'm about to be headed. And there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. First of all, I am now officially on HRT. I don't make me being trans a big part of this channel because it's not what it's about, I'm here to talk about art and about whatever I feel like talking about. And this isn't something I talk about very often, but I am very happy about it. I've gone through a lot of all sorts of treatments and doctor's appointments over the last year to get it. And now I'm here. My skin's soft as hell. I'm growing boobs and I'm pretty happy about that. So that's one part of everything that's been going on. Really, that's not the main subject of this video. It's awesome and I'm incredibly thrilled about it. But the thing I would like to talk about most is that today marks 7 years since I have put out my very first video on YouTube. It isn't available anywhere, but I'll link it in the description so you can check it out if you're interested. It was my 13-year-old attempt at stop motion. And it wasn't really stop motion. I say that because I knew what I wanted to do at the time and I knew what I was trying to do. But really it's just fade and effects and drawings. It doesn't really have any sort of stop motion actually in it. With that said, it is a pretty cool... it's obviously very silly looking back at it. I had very... my English was decent for a foreigner 13-year-old, but really there are some pretty weird words used in there, some words that really weren't supposed to be there, and all around it's a pretty confusing video. I mean, I said at the end of it, I will add people next time when I learn how to animate. And I never did. Someday I might continue that, because it was pretty cute. I think it's a cute idea. I would also like to ask if there's anyone who has seen that video or any of my old Slovak videos. I would love to know if you're still here. If there's anyone still here watching who has seen that, please let me know. It would mean the world to know that someone has been even checking in on this stuff for the last 7 years. That's pretty crazy. But after creating that video, I sort of stopped uploading for a while. Then my geography teacher told me that we can make a YouTube video as our project about a country. And so I have made a video.
Je 6 hodín večer, deň pred prezentáciou. Najvyšší čas začať. Takže vítam technicky prvom videu a idem robiť prezentáciu o štáte Niger.
It was filmed in vertical. It was edited on my phone, and it is also pretty silly looking back at it, but it's what I did. I tried my best. I had thunder effects in there, which is pretty sick. From my presentation onwards, I'll make geometry dash let's plays, very weird memes. I would record vlogs from my grandma's closet, which turned out to be way more ironic than I ever could have imagined. I filmed a lot of funky stuff on there, really. It wasn't regular. I would take very lengthy breaks sometimes, but I never really stopped. It wasn't something I ever just completely gave up on. I always had the dream of being a YouTuber, and it never really stopped, so I kept on doing it. After a while, I decided to switch to this channel. Some people might remember my older content, which was sort of similar to what I did in Slovak, just in English, and I didn't show my face. And that was also fun. It was varying degrees of quality, and I sound very upset over very minor things in some of those videos.
It infuriates me. I see a YouTuber make music and it infuriates me, right?
But I love them, really. Everything I've made. I don't know if there's a video of mine that I've made where I'm like, that was really a mistake that didn't push me forward in any way. There are mistakes in the videos, of course, but I wonder if there's a video that I've made that I genuinely just regret. After that, I have slowly progressed through my English channel. I've made all sorts of things, mostly commentary videos for a long time, which afterwards turned into what I do now. Over time I realized I want to talk about art more. I don't really find talking about stuff I don't enjoy as fun anymore, and I came to realize that over time. I don't think there is anything wrong with criticism, and if I ever feel like doing it, I will happily do it again. But I feel if I want to look at something for like an X amount of months and edit it and like research it really in depth, it being something I enjoy does often help. And if it's something I don't like and I don't have like an intense fascination with it, it's pretty difficult. Now, the main reason I'm making this video and what I wanted to talk about is that I did it. Whilst I am not a professional YouTuber, I mean, I have been doing it for 7 years, but really I was never able to turn this channel into profit. I would still love to if the chance occurs, but that depends on a lot of things, if that's possible for me. A little secret, I have a goal that if I make it to like somewhere between 1 and 10,000 subscribers, I'll try and start a Patreon. But I'm currently at around 300. We're not there yet. With that said, this channel has brought me a lot of experience. I realized that I was talking to some of my old classmates and teachers yesterday, and I was trying to explain to them why rendering noise effects is really difficult. If you've seen my Skinnamarink video, thank you if you have, I really appreciate it. If you haven't, you can check it out here. There is a lot of noise in that video, and some of that is in the original movie. Some of that I added in for effects. And my computer really struggles with that stuff. Like, it's pretty bad. And I was trying to explain that to people and they like didn't understand, and I was like, I guess I understand my field better than a lot of people. And I suppose that's normal. If you do something for a long time, you're better at it than most people, but I never thought of it like that. I heard a lot growing up, like, you know, YouTube isn't a real job. And that might turn out to be true for me. And a lot of the times I was like, no, I want to do this. Don't discourage me like that. That hurts. And at this point, I'm fine with that because I have a ton of editing experience. It's something I really enjoy. I love doing research. And it has really put me in different places in life. I will plug myself here a little bit and say that I've been editing on Fiverr for like a year now or so. It has been on Fiverr and on other places as well. But right now, if you want to hire me as your editor for a video and do either what I do on this channel or a bunch of other styles, I mean, you give me an example of what you want, there's a very good chance I can do it. There is a link in the description to my Fiverr account. Please message me. The prices on my gigs are mostly guidelines or like orientational. The price very much depends on what you're looking for because I can't set prices based on like the length of the video, the amount of motion graphics, the examples you send me without seeing them firsthand. And that Fiverr store has been like a source of some income for me over the last year. Admittedly, it isn't like a big business, but I'm a student, you know, I can't really run a big business even if I really wanted to. But it is something that has been making me some amounts of cash. And if you would like to help me make some amounts of cash and you like what I do on here, that, you know, hit me up. I'll happily do it for you. So if you want to support me or, just hire me really. It's not like, it's not a Patreon. You get work for the money you pay for it. Then head over to my Fiverr and I'll happily do something for you. But as I was saying, I'm a student, and this is the most exciting announcement of them all, and also the most scary one, admittedly. Tomorrow, I am heading onto a train, and I am going pretty far away to study documentary filmmaking to sign up for that. I did the tests for it last year. I did the homework I had to do, and they decided to take me in. And so I'm going to be studying documentary filmmaking at a university. Funnily enough, it really isn't something I ever planned for, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. I went to like a regular high school and didn't really have any sort of specific direction. There was a bit of a pressure on math and physics, but really that never interested me, so I chose to go in another direction. What I realized is like, I really love making content. Really, documentary filmmaking, it's the closest to what I want to do, because what I want to do is very broad. But this is something I really want to do. And I'd like to specifically give a shout out to Olias. You can also check out their new album, The Human Experience, in the description, or on all the streaming services. I greatly recommend. And you may have seen, you probably have, the documentary I've made about them and with them. It's called Olias, and it's on this channel. And if you've read the description for it, that was my work for university. And of course I've done other homework, there was like a bunch of it, but that documentary really made an impression, and the commission that I talked to really enjoyed it, really appreciate what I did with it. And that means a lot, so thank you to Elias for partially getting me into university. And thank you to everyone in here thank you to everyone who's ever watched anything I've done, because having around 300 people stop by what you do and be like, yes, I want to see more of this. That's really, really cool. To further add to it, I don't know if I would still be making content had no one watched it. It is possible, honestly, because I've been doing it for God knows how long. It is something I always had fun with, but I don't think I would be doing this at this scale if I didn't know that people enjoyed it out there. And so, thank you to everyone who stuck by me. You essentially helped me figure out what I want to do in life and then pursue it. And pursue my goals, which has really helped me. I mean, I'm really happy, I always use a lot of interview clips in my videos, but I would love to be the one doing the interviewing, not just finding the source material, but actually talking to people. I mean, it will be a dream come true to interview someone like David Firth or Pyle Dredson and have a conversation with them. One of my big dreams and big goals to make a documentary about Heroes of Might and Magic 3, where I do get to talk to, for example, the composer Paul Romero, or the entire design team, the people who made that game, because it means so much to me. And that's something I hopefully get to pursue at a university level now, thanks to my dream of being a YouTuber at 13 years old. Like, that's awesome. That's absolutely sick. In a few days, or a few weeks, it's going to be my birthday. I'm going to be 20 years old. And I have like an impressive back catalog on here. I have the Petscall videos. I have I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. I have insightful commentary on the topics of feminism and men's rights and all that. In spite of there being various technical issues like audio mastering and glitches in the exports, but I'm still very happy those videos are there. And I still think they're kind of amazing. I mean, in terms of my work at least, they're like a masterclass in research. Because the amount of notes I have taken for Petscop and the amount of writing I did, and just the amount of linking I did of everything is absolutely insane. And at the end of the day, anyone who can put together a 4.5 hour cohesive piece of media from their bedroom has my respect. And I have my respect, which is pretty cool. And all of this, everything you see on this channel pretty much, has been either created from here, which is my bedroom, has been for a long time, or some other room in a flat that I lived in with my family. And I have created all of this. I have created hours upon hours of content and entertainment. And dare I say, a lot of it is pretty good. What I've been doing over the past 2 years is pretty awesome in my opinion. And I'm very happy about that. And thank you to everyone. I'm very happy I have people who support me in it and enjoy it. It is really amazing, and I'm really glad that it brought me as far as it did. And I really hope that being at university and studying this stuff on a university sort of level lets me do stuff with more equipment outside of my bedroom in a possibly like a professional studio. I don't know what of it will go on this channel. I don't know what of it will go somewhere else. I'll surely at least update about it on this channel, because I'll be making stuff for sure. Now, one update for this channel, which is a bit unfortunate. I really don't know how I'll be making videos over the next few months to years. It's not particularly because I don't want to. I really enjoy making stuff on here, as I've said before. It's more so that, yeah, I'll be at university, I'll be in a different city, in a different place. Maybe there'll be more videos through some miracle. Maybe there'll be less videos because I'll be very busy doing other stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. I'm glad I have this place, and hopefully I'll be able to stay making stuff for here as well. I already have an idea for a slightly lighter video. I realized making Skinamarink that I need like a nicer topic. And I'm hoping to give myself a bit of a break with that. One last thing I would like to say is that, I might not be able to do this because documentary filmmaking, I'll do that a whole day. And then I'll get home and I'll be like, I don't want to talk about stuff anymore. But my other endeavors, you can find them, well, either on my social media if you want to stay up to date with what I do. But I also have a music channel in the area, which I recommend you check out. There is a new EP coming out called Diaries, hopefully coming out sometime this month. It's like a half an hour of mixes of experimental folk music, ambient music, and hip-hop. It's pretty awesome stuff in my opinion. Some singles from it have already released. You can check me out on all the streaming platforms pretty much. So if you want to keep up with me on that, that's also going to be happening. And that's about it. Thank you everyone for being here with me for however long you've been here. It means a lot. And thank you.